Hello, 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 Trading Made Easy family here on YouTube. Excuse my shaking hand right here with this video. I have to up my video game. For now, I am holding my camera manually because it's more important for me to get this information out, but I'm going to work on that. Alrighty, so for those of you that are just finding this video new to the channel, by all means, welcome to the channel. And this channel is for those individuals that are looking to trade foreign currency the easy way. You may be trading foreign currency currently, cryptocurrency, stocks. You may be in a trading space, but you're having difficulty. You're blowing your accounts. You're not really winning as much as you're losing. You're kind of frustrated, and you might even be on the brink of giving it all up. Well, I'm glad that you found this video, and I hope that I say something here today that will encourage you to not give up, that would encourage you to do something different. Um, I am here because my whole goal is to show others that you can actually trade foreign currency the easy way. It does not have to be stressful. You don't have to blow account after account after account. It does not have to be frustrating. Now, in the industry, easy is not synonymous with learning this skill. And I understand why. I've been trading for 2.5 years. And when I began trading, of course, I had to learn a lot of things. I'm still learning things. I learned supply and demand. It's not as simple as economics 101, buy when it's low and sell when it's high. But I had to learn how it looked on the chart. What did that all mean on the chart? And what typically happens? Who's playing behind these candles? Who's playing behind the charts? What's happening here? You have to learn that. Of course, support and resistance, trend lines and channels, and identifying various patterns and what those patterns actually mean. Just a lot of different nuances as it relates to trading. And then managing, and this was the big piece, managing your emotions, the psychology that takes place when trading. Managing that is where you would really begin to have success. But, trying to pull it all together to work like a smooth oiled machine is very challenging, very challenging. In the industry, there's not a lot of help, if you will, in mastering emotions. Most will say that's an individual sport and no one can help you with that. Well, I disagree. I disagree. Because when you look at what actually creates that psychological battlefield that most go through, when you look at what creates that, identify the root behind that, and provide a solution, now your problem is resolved. Now you're able to get into the market, whether you're trading cryptocurrency, foreign currency, stocks, whatever, indices, metals. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. Now you don't have the frustration. You don't have the anxiety. Your heart is not palpitating. You don't have the uncertainty of what's going to happen because you've identified the root. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, Janice, what is the root? Well, I'm glad that you've asked. The root, my friend, is making trading easy. If you can simplify the process without all of the nuances, without all of the manual drawings and different things as such that you have to be able to understand simultaneously while you're trying to manage your emotions. If you can make the process easy, simple, to where all you have to do now is manage your emotions, then problem is solved. If you can make the process simple and easy to where now you're confident in what's happening in the market, your anxiety level is nil to none. Your frustration level is eliminated. Your fear is eliminated because it's simplified without you having to manage all of the manual uh, the manual aspects, you having to manually do all of these things like draw your patterns, understanding your patterns, reading it in conjunction with your trend lines and your support and resistance and your supply and demand and your channels. All of that having to be done simultaneously is what causes all of that confusion in your mind. That's when you get discombobulated, because now you have to understand each aspect of that function and how it all works together while simultaneously trying to manage your emotions. Can you see, my friend, how that can create a level of fear and doubt and anxiety, which will undoubtedly show up in your trade, which is probably the primary reason why you're losing your account, your trades, blowing accounts, because of the uncertainty. When you are trading foreign currency, you have to have a sense of peace within yourself. You have to have a sense of confidence within yourself. That creates mental clarity when you're looking at the charts. That's how you resolve that issue. Not everyone has created a system, a trading system that addresses that very issue until now. And what you're looking at right now is a trading system that, if you are in the trading space and at whatever capacity, you need to have this. If you're serious about growing your account and creating a legacy whereby this is how you generate your income, this is how you create millions, this is how you pass this information down to your family. If you are serious about that at all, you need this system. You need this system. Because what this system does is it does all the heavy lifting for you. It has your built-in support and resistance. It also identifies the highs and lows in the market, which in essence is your supply and your demand. And that's very important to understand and to know, because your position, the position that you take, is predicated upon that understanding, predicated upon being able to identify supply and demand. What you see here, my friend, are simple arrows that's working behind the scene on your behalf, identifying those processes so that now you don't have to. Trend lines, you don't have to draw. Channels, you don't have to draw. Support and resistance, you don't have to draw. You don't have to pool all of these things together. And in all actuality, you don't have to identify supply and demand. It's done for you. What you have to do, my friend, is the simple task of identifying 3 simple arrows. The first arrow being a big arrow, what you see right here, a big arrow. Being able to identify a big arrow, because the big arrow tells you what direction the market is going in. What direction the market is going in. The strongest position that you can take in trading anything is trading with the trend. And what the big arrow identifies is a change in trend. A change in trend. Change in trend. That's what the big arrow identifies. If your big arrow is pointing up, it's telling you that this is a bullish trend that's emerging. If your big arrow is pointing down, it's telling you that there's a bearish trend that's emerging. We have confirmations, of course, because as a professional trader,